This video we will discuss about what are the functions of kidney. So kidney is mainly important for removing waste from the blood, and one of the major functions of kidney is urine formation. The foremost functional unit of a kidney in nervous system unit is a neuron, while in the kidney it's called a nephron. Urine is formed by three processes: filtration, namely filtration of blood plasma, active secretion of urine, uric acid, phosphates, reabsorption of water, glucose, and sodium chloride. Each nephron consists of glomerulus, which does the filtration, several tubules, which do the active secretion and reabsorption. So the blood enters the glomerulus. There is a specific filtration happening at the glomerulus side. Then it enters the proximal convoluted tubules, where a specific set of ions are removed, and in the secondary convoluted tubules, there are specific set of ions are removed and reabsorbed. So this process continues. Until only certain urea, uric acid, creatinine, phosphates are removed from the blood, while retaining glucose, other important ions and solvents required for daily functioning. Okay, so these are some of the main functions of kidney, and when functions of kidney is asked, you should be in a position to write these functions and also draw a small diagram about how this filtration also happens. Once the kidney fails, the only process, so all this process of absorption, reabsorption, mainly involves the active transport or passive transport. In other words, simply diffusion or ultrafiltration of specific solvents from the blood and into the urine. Okay, so these urines are formed. So when the blood passes through this kidney, what happens is the smallest unit is a nephron. There are like millions of nephrons in the kidney, each kidney, and they perform the function of removing the waste such as creatinine, and these are formed in the process of diffusion and process of passive transport or active transport, that we say in the biological terms, or simply diffusion or ultrafiltration. As you saw in the dialysis videos, uh, this process removes these substances such as urea. They are all become like a liquid and results in a urine. Uric, creatinine, they are also parts of a bigger entity called a urine, and this urine is formed and it all enters a common duct. Okay, that is this to renal pelvis, where the urine is generated and it enters the urethra, then to the urinary bladder, and it goes out to through the natural opening. Okay, so this you should be in a position to write. And why, so what happens when some of the important functionality of the kidney is lost? You go for dialysis, and this dialysis does the function of a natural kidney by using a dialysis membrane, just like glomerulus, ultrafiltration happening in the glomerulus, the proximal, secondary convoluted tubules, distal convoluted tubules, then the duct of Mendley. So there are so many things that happens naturally. Dialysis membrane done artificially. Okay, so when kidney fails, dialysis membrane comes into play. Okay, and it involves diffusion, osmosis, ultrafiltration. We have seen about diffusion and ultrafiltration as two major processes that's used in the normal modern hemodialysis or dialysis machine. Okay, there are two types of dialysis happening. One is extracorporeal, that is hemodialysis. What is extra goes out of the system. Intracorporeal, using the system available in the body, that is peritoneal dialysis. Okay, so the difference between extracorporeal dialysis is blood is purified by taking it out inside, and more effective, less effective, because it uses natural membrane. Technically complex and risky. It's simple and risk free. Duration is very small because you induce some artificial means like pressure to quicken the process, while this is a natural diffusion process. It takes its own time. Okay, these are the difference between extracorporeal, intracorporeal dialysis. And if you see peritoneal dialysis, okay, and these are, if you see, these are some fistula through which the blood is taken and through which the blood is given. There are, these are the various cannulas on which the blood will be taken, through which the blood will be taken, given back to the system. Okay, there are different types. One is arteriovenous fistula, arteriovenous graft, and venous catheter. Okay, these are different types of things that's used for removing blood from the body during the process of hemodialysis. And if you see peritoneal dialysis, these are the procedures of the peritoneal dialysis. So the peritoneal cavity in the body is used as a semi-permeable membrane. A catheter is inserted in the abdomen through a puncture just below the navel. Sterile dialysate of 1.5 to is allowed to flow into peritoneal cavity. Diffusion takes place for 10 to 30 minutes, and dialysate is removed from the cavity. This procedure takes 20 to 30 times to remove the all waste products from the blood. First, the dialysate is pumped into abdominal cavity through volume pump, and dialysate is kept at 37 degrees of the thermostatic control. When the dialysate is at 2 liters, timing circuit will deliver a signal to stop the dialysate. Next, timing circuit allows the diffusion to up to 30 minutes. After it runs the sucking pump so that dialysate in the abdominal cavity is pumped and sent back to the drain. Once again, the volume of outgoing dialysate is measured. Okay, this thing is substantially repeated, and since it's a natural diffusion process, it takes normally more time when compared to the hemodialysis. That's why most of the people prefer hemodialysis when compared to the peritoneal dialysis. Okay, so in this video, you would have seen about various different types of functions of kidney, different types of dialysis methods, why you even need a dialyzer or dialysis membrane, then some detailed procedures involved in uh, peritoneal dialysis. Okay, thank you.